Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have for you another quick, easy, delicious, zombie-free recipe. As promised, I'm making pizza bites. So let's get to it.
Cooking with the vegan zombie.
Alright, so what are we gonna need? First off, we have some dough. Now this pizza dough is the dough that I use for my pizza swirls videos and the last recipe video I did. And it's also the same dough that I use for my vegan crescent rolls. So the recipe is in that video that I posted last month. I'll also post it below if you guys want to check that dough out. Once the dough is made, it's all downhill from there. So what we're going to do is we are going to flour our counter a little bit here. And this dough is all ready to go. It's been risen. And we are going to roll it out flat. Again, take your time. So as you can see, there's some kind of speckles in this dough. What could it be? So this is completely optional, but what I did differently when I made this dough this time is I added a little bit of dried basil to the dough. When we have it all nice and flat, about like this, we are going to grab either an ice cube tray, or I didn't have an ice cube tray that would work with this recipe, so I actually had vegan mochi that I got from Trader Joe's, and I'm using the container that it came in here. This part of the recipe, it's not my unique idea. I saw this in an actual non-vegan recipe video a few months back, and I like to veganize those recipes, so that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so we're going to use half of this dough, and you can cut the other half. I have a little pizza cutter here thing. You can use a knife, but make sure you're doing that on a breadboard so you don't dull your knife. And we're just going to push down gently, but don't make it rip. You're just gonna push down in there, and your dough should be the perfect consistency. It should not be sticking to the bottom because you floured your surface. Next, I have my favorite vegan mozzarella cheese is Miyoko's mozzarella, and this is their classic. She also has a smoked mozzarella. We do need a sharp knife. We're gonna open that up, get a nice chunk of that cheese out. I have some tomato sauce here, vegan tomato sauce. Just put a little bit in there, and each one, unless you don't want the sauce, but I like the sauce. Not too much, just a little bit. All right, next we are going to make nice little chunks of Miyoko's cheese, and we're gonna put those in there as well, just like that. We're gonna use some fresh basil. Just like that. I always end up making the margarita style pizzas, but this is optional. The optional part. I have some vegan pepperoni here. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this. Yes, there is vegan pepperoni out there. Little pepperoni things. Now these are too big to go in there whole, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut these like that in fours. You don't have to put the pepperoni in. These are pizza bites. You can make them with whatever you want in there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the other part here. We're going to put it on top and just kind of like roll it on top, because we're going to have to find out where the edges are and cut away. Just be careful when you're doing this part. Okay. Now what we're going to do, get this out of here. So there we go. It came out pretty easily, and we are just going to separate these. They already have the shape, and by the way, we have enough dough to make a whole other one, so we can make about 16 of these total with this set of dough. Actually, it probably makes more than that, because this is only half the dough that my recipe made. The other half is proofing over there. You can make 32 of these little pizza bites with that dough recipe. You can also take a fork and kind of press it down so it holds together a little better. It also gives it a nice little design. Here they are right here. You could put them in the oven like this, and you can save them like this too. You can save them in the freezer just like this. Now if yours won't easily come out of here right away, you can freeze it for about an hour or two, and then it should come out all in one piece. Okay, now what I like to do is take Miyoko's vegan butter, which this stuff is so good, and I like to melt a little bit of it down, and I'm going to brush these pizza bites with some of that. Ta-da. You also might want to put some parchment down just so they don't stick. I found that if you take, like when you're done with like Miyoko's butter or whatever, you take the package and you just kind of wipe it in there. And just brush those with your liquid butter. My oven has been preheated to 350 degrees. We're gonna pop these in there for about 10 to 15 minutes. Just make sure they're not burning. I like to put a little bit more of that Miyoko's butter on top as they come out. You can make a garlic butter and put it on there. It's good. Nice cheesy pizza bites. We have a huge plate of pizza bites, so if you guys want to come over and join me, let's cut into one of these and see how it looks inside. Alright, let's try one of these. This one looks good. They all look good. The dough is nice and fluffy. It's perfect. Alright, here it goes. That's seriously so good. I actually like these better than the pizza swirls that I just made, so I can't say enough good things about these. Just super easy to make, super tasty. Make them for your friends, make them at parties, give them to a zombie or two and maybe they'll turn back. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you guys try these. Give me that thumbs up. As always, subscribe, survive, watch out for zombies, and hey, I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully before next year. Oh, there's Indy the pup. What are you doing? He wants to play. Let's go. Hi. Hi. That's my pupperoo.